In this episode, we are breaking down exactly how and why and how you can implement this community accelerating the confidence, the performance, the composure. We're going into why the best athletes do not just train their performance and their mental game privately, but they are training it in public, inside a team, inside their community in their base. I'm going to give you 4 reasons community is going to level up your training and how mental training within the community specifically does this. So then we can have some mental exercises for you to implement this week. So let's dive in. This week's theme is community. And if you are new here, hey y'all, my name is Gabe Rummel, mental performance coach, founder of the Athlete's Health, creator of this mental performance playbook, this episode here, these podcasts, the series where we are breaking down elite mental strategies and delivering them in actionable exercises for you to apply immediately. Now, whether that's the athlete, the parent, the coach, you can implement these, you can use these for that performance for the athlete to have. It's just like you're training your body. We're training the mind here for that peak performance. Now, each week we have a different mental performance theme that's going to help with using these practical exercises to build that stronger focus, resilience, composure, confidence, whatever piece it is to help our game. And that's right. This week's theme is the community aspect, and don't go away yet. This is actually an elite level up. It will unlock the performance. So without further ado, let's get into this. And the core idea is that confidence becomes stronger when it is trained in the public eye. Yes, it's trained privately, but it's trained also inside the team, inside the family, inside the community. Because when we see something repeated, not just even by ourselves and in a mirror in the camera, but repeated over and over by other people too, it becomes the norm. It is normal. And then when it becomes normal, it's going to become easier to do under pressure because we don't even think about it. It is just what we know and what we do. So we have 4 pieces for this. It's going to be social proof and how that's going to create belief faster than just hype and just regular belief and regular hopes and feelings. We're going to have this shared language to hopefully reduce that chaos. We're going to have accountability here, and how using these mental exercises and holding each other accountable will also hold ourselves accountable to get the reps in and to improve our performance. And then lastly, it's going to challenge us to raise our standards. So with all of those ideas, let's turn them into actionable exercises that we can implement in reps right here after listening to this episode, and understand that they're not just positive vibes, positive ideas. These are team, community-based, installed mental skills. And if you're thinking right now, I don't know the team I could put this with, or I'm in golf, I'm in wrestling. I don't know about the team piece. Find some people online, find some people. Hit us up at TAH, the Athlete's Health. We're training these top athlete habits. You can implement these and you can find that team, that community to train these with. And this first part is this pressure partner system, right? This is not wanting to burrow our confidence. You think about a big time quarterback after an interception, or a point guard after a careless pass. We see it all the time. They're not going to just wander off and sit and stew. A teammate comes over right away, get the eye contact. They look at them. They're shaking their hand. They're shaking their head. They're shaking the shoulder pads, whatever it is. And it's just something simple. It's, hey, we're good. We need the next drive. Let's move on. It's a tiny moment, and it's not motivational fluff. It's a tiny moment that is a momentum swinger. It's going to be that reset. It's being coached in real time. It is transitioning. It's stopping the nervous system. It's helping it settle so we're not isolated and we're not on that island and sulking in whatever just happened. So you can think about this on your team. Who has come to help you recenter, refocus on purpose, and not by accident? It's been on purpose. Now, it might just be your coach, but you can think about this. You can think about it if you're challenging yourself next practice. If we have a challenge with it, pair together, make it a drill with a couple partners in here. Look at the pressure triggers, maybe push it so that pressure trigger is there. I don't even know. If it's sprints, it doesn't matter. 5-second script. What are we using? What are we going to say? Hey, we're here. Next rep, next one. Forget it. Move on. Any options? Throw a physical anchor in there, tap the chest, point to the next play, look at it, quick eye contact. We're going to add all these in to the next piece, but I'm throwing them in here right now. Practice it in reps. Challenge yourself. If at practice you're not challenging yourself, if you're at home by yourself and you want to bring this to the community afterwards, push yourself, push yourself, push yourself, make the mistake. And now all of a sudden, try this. Try it. You might not even have a partner there, but don't let that confidence burrow down beneath. Pull it out, use it for the next play. Because at those highest levels, confidence is not just going to be an individual trait, it's going to be that team function. We are going to co-regulate with it. If one person wobbles, the whole team's going to wobble. If one person lifts it up, if one person can lock in, which is what you can practice by yourself, then everyone else is going to lock into the system will stabilize or collapse based on what one person can do and how well they are at stress, at coping with the stress. Number two, this leads us to this shared language and shared language under fire, to be exact. These are keywords. These are as a team. These are what we want to lock in on and use because we can watch any championship level defense in a loud arena. I'm using these examples because they make the big bucks right now. And we just had the Super Bowl end about a month ago. We can look at baseball coming up. We can look at any sport, but baseball coming up, the infields, they make one mistake. You know, it's not a 30-second speech. They can't call a timeout and wait forever. It's the middle of the chaos. They got to get the next play. It's usually just one or two words. It's one or two actions. It's called a cue. It's a repeatable phrase. It's a repeatable action that they have trained that they can use that the entire team understands. If they see it, they know. It's the brick by brick. It's their mental playbook. So when that pressure hits, the key decision makers, they're simple. They have their attention directed. They know where they're doing. If the pressure hits, does your team get louder? Does it get more chaotic? Or do they actually get clearer? They know the exact next steps when it hits. So if we want to break that down, we can think about something as reset with something physical, the physiology, change it, snap back into it, literally snap, whatever it needs to be. Get a next rep, get an attention getter. Maybe that's looking at something, neurotrack the brain, have the attention focused to something else and attack it. Get the intent behind it. It's not just changing the physiology and having a new place that we're directing the attention to. We need to attack it. We need the intent behind it. This comes back to that keyword as a team. It's something that they are going to implement. So then all of a sudden the community piece, all the people around them can understand and be like, hey, you doing this? You using it? Put it on the dugout, put it on the wrist, the locker room. Hey, you remembering that? That's what we're using. It has to be explained to. We have to know that this is the cue, the action that follows and us getting back to the play. Because when it comes down to it, and we don't want to think, we just want to do, this is how we can do it. Because high performers are not wanting to think more. They don't say, think more under stress. We're simplifying it. And the faster we can simplify it, the faster we have that shared language, we have those shortcuts to get back to the execution, we are going to perform at a better ability. But we're all going to get in our heads at some point, which is why having this as a team atmosphere, maybe doing it by ourselves, but then bringing it to the team, to the community piece is going to make that big difference because it's self-talk, right? It's self-talk, but that self-talk turns into team talk, turns into community talk, turns into bringing everyone down or bringing everyone up, emotional control or emotional chaos. It's which one we want to pick and it's how we can increase our consistency because what we do is going to increase. So it's what do we want to be more consistent of, which is why the next exercise, the next piece is the standards circle. This is going to be raising the bar and not being toxic, but raising the bar. Because one of the most common things we hear about in the elite locker rooms, it's not the hype around it, but it's the standards. It's what they go back to. Veterans are not going to actually really yell. Maybe they will, but they won't necessarily yell. They get specific. This rep is not our tempo. We need to get back to it. We need to get back to our tempo. That rep wasn't it. We're not jogging during the drills. Our communication has to be earlier. The standards are there. And that's the key. That's what we maybe don't think about, but that's a mental side of the game. That's the communication piece. And the best teams, they're not going to turn it personal. They turn it into their identity. That is who they are. It's what keeps them accountable from being toxic. So, what is your environment right now? Is your environment raising the standards, or is it just raising the stress that we have in it? Think about it. After the next practice, even form a circle, maybe get some guys, maybe some of your good teams, good teammates. Because if you're listening to this, or if you are a parent to an athlete, bring this up or send this to them so they can listen into it and have them see what is a standard that they hit, that they think they're hitting. What's something that coach wants them to do? What is something that they need to raise tomorrow? Something that they should be doing tomorrow. Keep it behavioral based, right? We don't need to call out a lot of people. It's just, all right, tomorrow we're going to raise blank because this is who we are. It's we language. It can be around effort, communication, responses to a mistake, tempo. But ideally, this can be fun because it turns into that culture where we're naming it, where we're repeatedly being consistent. And it's usually led by the leaders, but it has that team ability, the team belief, and it's maintained. And then lastly is filming that mind, seeing it happen, seeing other people do it. This user generated content. We're going to get into this in 1 second here. But one of the most common pro environments is going to be the film room. And that's not just highlights, but it's the routines, it's the reactions. And you're like, what do you mean the film room? Watch the next NFL game next upcoming year. Watch next college game. Look at what they're doing. As soon as they get off the field, they're pulling up the iPad now and looking at the last play. They're analyzing it. That's the film room. Just because there's not actual film, they are going through it. The routines, the reactions, the efforts, the body language. This is all the process. It's all the reps that they're putting in. It's all the practice, whether it's by themselves at home, whether it's in the game, whether it's at the team at practice. They're not only reviewing just the big moments, they're reviewing the moments right before it. They're reviewing how did this actually happen and how can we make sure this happens again because we want this to happen again. Or if it's something that didn't happen, that was not good, maybe a decision, the posture, the communication, all these pieces can be happening beforehand. They're going to be looking at what happened beforehand so this play doesn't happen again. But that is what ultimately builds the consistency piece. But we're collecting it, we're sharing it. This is the process clips in the community. We are building that mini film room for not only the actual game, but it's all the mental pieces that come back to it. And this is where I'm plugging this right here, right now. Got some cool things coming up for TAA. And in the meantime, if you know an athlete who is training by themselves, putting in the work in the weight room, in their sport, on the field, in the court, and they have a little clip of it, have them send it our way. We got some cool things coming up and we want to mash some pieces together, but it takes these titans out in the community who are training, putting in the work. And that all ties back to the mental game. Because when we're out there by ourselves, that is when you lock in and when you see who is mentally strong versus the mentally weak and not wanting to do it anymore. So if you have not done that, or if you don't know how to do it, I challenge you to do this. Build a training clip and then send it in. It can be a pregame routine. It can be prep. It can be practice. It can be the reps that you're putting in, the shots, the weight room. It can be whatever piece that you are using to lock in on your performance in your sport and have a clip of it. Put the camera on in the background, prop it up on a shoe, on a bag, press play or press record it, go back over, stop the recording, send it our way. We're going to have a lot more posted on this. In the meantime, see the contact information below and just email or text it over because we're going to have some cool information coming out about this soon. But once again, if you are already putting in the reps, if you're already creating the film for yourselves for the community base, it's not even community that you're thinking of. You're doing it for yourself. But what if it was for the community? What if it was for someone else looking up to you or to you, the athlete that you know, and you could help them out? You could help them lock in from the mental game and put some highlights on it. That is what we are doing with this. That is what these clips will be for. And that's what we're going to have more information coming out soon. But if we can repeatedly see this process behavior and see what is working, what we're doing to actually get to that performance, the bright lights, the big stage, the mindset's not going to think, oh, this is extra work. It's going to say, this is the normal training. And that's what we want to have happen. We want that observational learning. We want to see these people are doing this. This is what it actually looks like. It's going to speed up everyone else's adoption. It's going to speed up how they are going to do it when they see the other athletes, see the top performers, their peers doing this behavior. And that's what makes them successful. They're going to copy it. They're going to stick to it. And this mental game is going to grow and explode. So all in all, our plan for this one, for that community piece, is knowing that this community and training as the community aspect, it's going to accelerate our performance because it's going to make the right behaviors normal and not just the highlight reels that everyone thinks they can get. Whether that's partnering and giving that pressure system training, whether it's the shared language, having that under the fire, whether it's having a circle of standards and holding that true, or film of the mind, the UCG or UGC, all of it goes around not doing the mental training only solely by ourselves and thinking we're the only ones. No, the top of the top are doing it, and that's going to sprinkle down, and everyone's going to do it. It's going to be a waterfall wiping the ones away and helping the ones swim who want to implement it but just don't know how. Ultimately, take one of these to start. And if there was one I'd have you suggest, it's the UGC, the film content, the user generated content. Film that, send it in by email, send it in by text. Just give us a comment if you even have more questions about it. But if you have other information that you want to figure out, check out the links below, send us an information form, book a free mental training call, and ultimately give us a 5-star review, drop a comment, subscribe, share the show. That's how we grow. We love growing. We love seeing more people seeing this, watching it, taking the exercises and implementing them. And if you want your own custom mental exercises, schedule a free training call, free mental training session, or bring TAH to your area, to your team. We have more rolling out on that soon. Take these exercises for the community piece in your community, in your team. Do it solo and bring it there. And otherwise, I will catch you next week. My name's Gabe Rummel. Peace.